Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Life with Reality. Thank you for tuning in. I know you all miss me. I am going to be more consistent. And this is my intro of this video. Today, we're going to start our part 1 series of how to become a high-valued woman. Now, I know there's a lot of controversies online surrounding the facts of being a high-valued woman or person. It all genuinely has to resonate with you and who you are, because we're all different. How becoming and how to be a high value person won't be the same as it is as the other person, but there is core foundation values that you need to be a high value person. So we're going to get into this first part series of my segment of how to become a high value woman, and this can also go for men, so there's no discrimination in the lesson that is to be taught today. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, make sure you comment and subscribe so that more people can also come and join our family and learn these valuable lessons, as well as you'll be staying tuned for my next part of my series. Thank you, and let's get into this video. Okay, so today's video is going to go a little different. Welcome to my channel. I am Life with Reality, and what that name means is just living life in reality, creating your own reality, creating your life, creating your better version of you, walking in your destiny, and things in that sort. We have a lot of different contents from story times on this page. I do like to do my story times to just give a story about things that I went through in my life, challenges, or whatever it may be, and also give advice as well, because there's someone else that go through the same things that I went through, possibly even worse. But no matter what we go through in life, we all can get through it. I hope my lighting is good. I'm going to check this video and make sure my lighting is good, and then we're going to get into it. I hope my lighting is okay. I fixed my lighting. As you see, my background for this video is a bit different. I am actually making a content space before I move. I was going to wait until I move, but I'm like, what better time is better than now? No matter what, just go out there, take that leap of faith, and do it now. So this little area will get better over time. But right now, we're just gonna work with what we have. And I got my whiteboard, and I also made some notes on my whiteboard. Now, this video won't be a long, intensive video at all. It's also gonna be broken up into series. So if you take a look on my channel, there's some videos where it was like segments and series, and not just one long, intensive video. This is what this video is going to be about. We're going to cover about 5 different core values that are needed in your foundation to becoming a high value woman or person, because like I said, this can go for men or women. It's just all about becoming a high value person, walking in that high value, walking in your destiny, and walking in your light. So how to become a high valued woman. Like I said, this is not just for women. This can apply for anyone. So one of the first things I put down would be put God first. Put God first. Be a prayer warrior. Run to God during tough times, not men or people of this world. And what I mean by that is be a prayer warrior. Always pray. Pray when you're going through good times. Pray when you're going through bad times. Prayer needs to be number 1 in your life. If you want to be of high value or anything good in this world, you have to stay prayed up. The enemy is real. There's people out here that are going to wish on your downfall. People are going to talk about you when you're doing good. They're going to talk about you when you're doing bad. You have to stay prayed up to stay protected in this world. When I meant by run to God during tough times, run to God during tough times, but not only when you're going through a tough time. Like I stated, go to God even when in your good time of your life. And do not run to men or people of this world. So stop running to people to save you. The only saving that is going to be done is through God within yourself, and you doing the work to better yourself. No one is coming to save you. People can give you the knowledge to get to where you need to go in life, but it takes you to get to where you need to go and apply that knowledge. Etiquette is number 2. In the way you talk, dress, and carry yourself is where your etiquette has to be on point. You shouldn't be intrigued by gossip and your friends that accompany you speak volume of who you are. You shouldn't have friends around that are not of the same value or working towards valuing themselves. What I mean by that, we all, you like some people, we have been dealing with people who like gossip. They call your phone. They're the messy one out the group. To becoming a high value person, those people cannot accompany you anymore. Because there was a saying, show me your friends and I'll show you who you really are. That means a lot. Another saying would be birds of a feather flock together. So if you're surrounding yourself around negativity and negative people, in some ways of your life, it's going to become a part of you. So you have to be on point with your etiquette and the way you walk and the way you talk and the way you dress and the way you carry yourself. Image is everything. Once you have a bad image and reputation, your life will change forever. That is why it's very important what you put out here on the internet and how you treat people. Because once you walk in being a high value person or trying to get to walk in your high valueness, you will not be able to do so if you have a bad reputation or have bad friends surrounding around you. Because who would want to trust someone when their surroundings is not even showing what they're preaching? Okay? Are you still with me? No friends that party all of the time and don't focus on their future. Creating a better life, limiting profanity to almost about none. Truthfully, no profanity, but it's a process, so give yourself grace, but actually want it and work towards it. Using bigger terminology to express those emotions without sounding uneducated or ghetto. So, my mom used to always say, smart people don't use curse words. And as I grew up, I started to realize, and when I heard myself use profanity, you do not sound smart or educated using profanity. Yes, we have times that we are upset and we use profane words and curse words. But what we need to do is get in that dictionary and learn better terminology to express those emotions that you're feeling. It doesn't have to be profanity words. You can sound real educated out here using different terminology. Hear me out. Using different terminology to express those ill emotions that you're having. It doesn't have to be like this and that. No. The way that you talk has a big part of you becoming a high value person. The way that you talk has a big impact on you becoming a high value person. Number 3, treating your body with value. You shouldn't be posting half naked photos all over the internet. Reputation is a major key. What's on the internet is permanent. Even if you delete it, it only takes someone to screenshot and screen record what you put out there. It is permanent. You're not attracting your husband by broadcasting yourself like that. You're only showcasing that you are easy to sleep with. Try dressing more classy and modest. There's pieces you can put together that are cute. And I'll add some in this video while I'm editing. And if I don't, definitely get on me in the comments. But I edit my video, so I'll definitely, add some modest pieces. What I have on is pretty modest. This is a pretty modest piece. It's not that short. It's cute. It's fashionable. It's affordable. I got it from Shein. I'm not gatekeeping. I got it from Shein. It's fashionable. It's chic. It's classy. It's modest. Now, when you have curves, it's just something that you cannot hide. If you got curves, you can make something plain look curvilicious, okay? So we're not talking about your curves. That's just something that God gave you that you cannot hide, okay? But we're talking about how I have limited skin showing, how this dress is knee length. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about that when it comes to the way you broadcast yourself. I can take some bomb photos in this, okay? You don't have to show your skin to look good. That's showing that you're craving attention and craving things of this world and not of God and not of high value. Okay? So like I said, you can show a little skin. You can show a little cleavage. But your entire chest and bottom should not be out. You should not be walking around. If you have booty shorts on, and your butt is out, that is not a person who walks in high value. That is not a person who walks in high value. If you're wearing shorts, they should definitely cover your bottom. And if you have a big bottom, there's no excuse. Get some bigger bottoms to fit your bottom. Because if you want to be a high value person, you have to walk in your high value. Treat yourself as if your high value even before getting there, and treating your body, okay? Treating your body, your mind, your spirit, it all has to align. So that is lesson point number 3. So I'm going to turn my bulletin board around and we're going to continue. Okay, your bottom can be out at the beach with the cover up on. So the only time that I allow my bottom to be out is when I'm at the beach, because we're at the beach. So swimsuit season. But other than that, I keep my bottom enclosed. So number 4, value yourself and never settling for just any man or any partner. Like I said, this is not just based on gender. This goes for everyone. If he wanted to, he would. You wouldn't have to ask. Sometimes they just cannot. And if you accept that, that's what it'll be. If he wanted to marry you, you wouldn't have to question your worth on when that'll be or when it'll happen. It's people that have gotten married within months of knowing each other. That's not for everyone, but it has happened. After being with someone over a year, let alone a few months, they know if they want to be with you. And a lot of men will tell you they know when they first meet you if they will marry you. And also, everyone's like, oh, I'm not going to cook and clean and do all this. Know your value. But also know a man is not going to marry you to find out who you are, but he's going to marry you on who you are. Who you showcase that you are in the beginning, from the time you all meet, is going to determine if that man will marry you. So all that, oh, I'm not doing housewife duties. If you're single, you're going to have to do these things. If you're single, you're going to have to do these things. So if you all are living together, because I personally recommend living with someone before marrying them, because that's when you truly unravel them and really get to know who they are, not who they showcase you who they are when they go on those little fancy dates with you. You get to truly see who they are, see their hygiene, see how they carry themselves on a daily basis, see how they are after a long day at work. How do they handle stress? How are they when they're mad? You get to see all those things when you live with someone. So don't be the person where, oh, I don't have a ring on my finger, so I'm not going to cook and clean and do all those things. Because at the end of the day, people are not going to marry you based upon who you think you are or who you're going to show them who you are after you get to the altar. It's who you show them who you are at the beginning of when you're meeting them. That is what's going to determine if you'll be that person's wife, or if you would even want that kind of person to be your husband. So let's take out all this nonsense about these things. Now, if you're someone that works for you, okay, it works for you. You found a loving partner and it works for you, it works for you. But let's be realistic. Do you want him to not spend money on you until you're married? Do you want him to not take you out on dates, go on traveling until you're married? Like, let's be realistic here. That's one thing in this world, and I always stress to be authentically me. The world is not realistic. It's not realistic. It's not realistic. It's really genuinely not realistic. The expectations be super high. You can have preferences, but don't miss out your blessing by just being extra. Being too much and being extra, okay? Don't let anyone, don't let anyone deceive you from knowing your value. So if it's deceiving you from knowing your value, and they're manipulating you and deceiving you from knowing your value, because we have narcissists and manipulators and gaslighters out there, love bombers out there. So if it's deceiving you from knowing your value, let me get back on course. So if it's deceiving you from knowing your value, of course, you want to let that go. Not do you only have to be specific in your prayer to Jesus about what you want in your partner. If you watch my previous videos, I'm very, very, very on point and strategic when I say this. You have to be very strategic and pray about what you want and be very specific. You cannot leave out any details, because that's when you're going to draw those men in, that they have what you want. They have certain characteristics and things that you want, but they're not all what you want, because at most of the times we leave out the most important details. Like, I prayed for someone who grew up in a 2-parent household, okay? But I wasn't specific and said that I pray for my partner to grow up in a two-parent healthy household where he knows how to communicate, compromise, and do all the things, show affection, respectful. I left that out. So when I had a partner come in my life, he was missing some key characteristics that were non-negotiables to me. Now, can I get upset? No. I just have to be more specific in praying. But also remember, everyone and all your partners are not going to come to you. It's a growing process every day. Every day we should be becoming 1% better, even more than that if possible. But everybody's not going to come to you as their end goal. Sometimes God put people in your life to help people grow and better and give them the knowledge that you've learned throughout your wisdom of years that'll help people. But sometimes it's not meant for you to help people. So realize the difference between when God brings people in your lives and when the enemy brings people in your lives, because the devil gives blessings too, so never forget that. So, back to what I was saying here. Be specific in your prayer about what you want in a partner when you pray to Jesus. But main key, you also have to self-reflect and work on yourself. We attract people by where we are in life. That's more than financially, it's spiritually, mentally, and physically. Create your value and walk in it. Don't sleep around for fun. Nothing is fun about pointless soul ties. Soul ties is a very real thing. It is a very real thing. It is not a game. It is not a joke. You can sleep with the wrong person and your life will end up in chaos. Your life will end up badly sorted out. Badly. So you have to be careful who you lay down with. Soul ties is not a game. You never know who people are sleeping with. And if a person really wants you and really sees himself marrying you, he could be exclusive. Never accept less. Never settle. We're not settling. A high value person does not settle. You're going to get no's throughout life, but they're never settling because they know their value. So until you stop settling, you won't be able to walk in your true high value self. You can have you can have most of the characteristics, but you have to have a good solid core foundation of these values in order to create your high value self. If not, it's just not going to work out for you in the long run. What I also said here, we attract people where we are in life. Sometimes we be so stuck up on, oh, this person this person that we truly neglect self-reflecting and looking at ourselves. We too busy, oh, this person did this wrong to me. Oh, this person's doing that wrong. But have you healed? Have you healed your inner child? Have you healed from traumatic relationships that you experienced before that one? Have you? Because most of the time the answer is no. The answer is no. So I truly believe, and that's one of my sayings that I made up, is that we attract people by where we are in life. And it doesn't mean financially. It doesn't mean just financially. It's spiritually, mentally, and physically. And sometimes we are so busy pointing out the flaws in everyone else that we don't even look at ourselves and self-reflect on our behaviors and our flaws. So take a good deep look at yourself and ask yourself, would a high-valued man or a man of God or whatever man that you prayed for would even want to be with you? That'll give you all the answers. Ask yourself, would you even want to be with you? That would give you all the answers. So this is going to conclude the first part series of how to become a high value person. Like I said, there's a lot of controversies and a lot of different opinions. And like this, these are my facts on how I became a high valued person. Some of this will resonate with you. Some of it might not resonate with you. You are the person who's going to create your high valued self. So either if you nitpick things off this video, nitpick things off of the rest of my other videos, or nitpick things off other people's videos, it does not matter, because at the end of the day, you make that decision on if you wanted to walk in your high value and walk in your destiny, or if you want to stay where you are in life. So thank you for tuning into this video. Like I said, make sure you like, make sure you comment, so that way we can continue to grow this community. Make sure you subscribe. I do strive in consistency, and I promise that I will be consistent. I had to go to the drawing board. Whenever I just go away and just go into hibernation. It's for a good cause. I'm coming back with great lessons and great things. As you see, I barely said in this video because I know that God gave me that destiny to give people, you know, lessons and to teach people things and to do these things that what I'm doing on YouTube. So this is only the beginning to my journey. I plan on and will be leaving a legacy and a imagery of me being a very great motivational speaker, a very great dating coach, life coach, whatever you want to call it. And I will appreciate you coming on this journey with me. Make sure you subscribe to people. Make sure you subscribe so that you're able to continue to tune in to all the rest of my other content and be able to complete this series with me on how to become a high valued person. And make sure you share to a person that needs to hear this. I know sometimes they may call your phone asking you for advice or, you know, things of that sort. I'm a great channel for that. And just thank you all for coming on my journey with me. I'm gonna go ahead and record part 2. And yeah, mwah, I love you all and thank you for tuning in. See you in the next video.